Hello, everyone! It's Morphin Mania time. I blocked my own face. It's Morphin Mania time.
It's Morphin time.
It's Morphin. I'm Captain Logan. This is Eric, and across the way there is DJ.
Yes, I'm DJ.
And see, even he can't bring himself to completely block his own face.
No, it's more enthusiastic if you're like, I'm DJ.
And it's time for more Morphin Mania. We're going to tackle the 7th and 8th episodes of Alien Rangers. We are real close, again, to the end of Mighty Morphin, but we've got 2 more episodes left after this one, and then that's it. Then we're done with Mighty Morphin, and we're going to move on to Zeo right after we tackle the 2017 movie, and which I know we're jumping way ahead with that, but we wanted to have Mighty Morphin fresh in our minds when we did that movie. So we're going to tackle that soon, and we've got some other things to do as well. In the regular sequence, but as far as the live commentaries go, so we're gonna do some video games and things, but as far as all the live stuff goes, we're gonna do 2017, and then we're gonna jump right into Zeo. So look forward to that. Anyway, not gonna have a lot of preamble for this one. Let's just jump right into it. If you're watching Habit Room, and that will allow you to watch exactly what we're watching as we're watching it. Watching after the fact, Netflix is the easiest way. Obviously, you have the DVDs. You can sync up with us that way as well. Make sure you're watching episode 7. Along Came a Spider, and get ready to press play when I say now. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now. Eric, maybe you've answered this. Do you have a favorite Alien Ranger, or are you kind of indifferent?
I mean, are they different from each? Like the girl.
Yeah.
Basically, he's asking what your favorite color is.
Yeah,
that really is what I'm asking, honestly.
I mean, design-wise, I think the Black Ranger looks the best.
Okay.
But no, it's the girl because she does the Morphin time thing.
I can go Sestro. I think the blue looks awesome.
You know his name?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sestro, Corcus, Arico, Delphine, and what's the Yellow Ranger's name? I don't know.
I don't remember. Yeah. The only ones I know are Sestro and Delphine.
Yellow. Y-E-L-O.
Apostrophe.
Yeah.
There's a glottal stop.
It rhymes with Corcus.
Yeah.
Because there's Arico and Sestro, and then there's Corcus, and it rhymes with that. I don't know what it is.
Say more or kiss.
Do you think
It's Tidius.
good one? Well done.
Tidius. Tidius? T-I-D-E-U-S.
This is the thing that I wish I could do or could get away with now that we used to get away with in comic stuff, which is just knowing nothing about science. You've got the internet now. You have no excuse to know nothing about science. But like, I kind of wish I could write things knowing nothing about science, where I just throw out words like Matrix.
So yeah, this is that episode, Eric, where we have an establishing shot outside of Billy's house, but we're not in his garage right now. We're at the school, and at first they're close in enough that it's easy to miss it and not notice. But later on, you'll be like, "Wait a minute! No, we clearly are in the school, and we have this establishing shot outside of a house."
That scene was clearly the inspiration that Vince Vaughn and Paul Giamatti used when making Fred Claus. They
Which
do the
I saw for the
exact
first
same
time
joke.
this year.
Oh, really? I love that.
Yeah,
movie.
well, I guess last year, but yeah, for Christmas.
They do like the winking thing like they just did, or like that's basically what they did. I don't know if you can see me.
I hate things like that with aliens that look like us, where like the idea of winking is weird to them. Where I'm like, okay, it might not mean the same thing, but you can do it.
It never occurred to you to do that? Okay. To anyone on your planet ever.
Well, these they seem a lot more like birds than fish. Like, you notice they always like.
Yeah.
That felt like like, what do aliens like? They're playing it like robots.
It's it's just a generic. Well, they're doing. I've said this before. They're doing Vulcans and Data at the same time. Like, TNG is popular right now. Actually, just ended, and they're going. Like Eric said, what do aliens do? Well, that's what robots sometimes do. You're being really overly exaggerated about it, of course.
Oh, I forgot about this guy.
I like this guy.
Creepy old man.
I think he's really fun.
He's got like a groovy walk. Did you just see him? He was like,
yeah, see, look, it's a house.
It's a house.
This is the school.
And they keep giving us the same establishing shot. Like, it wasn't a mistake one time. For some reason, they kept deciding to do that. I don't know how that mistake even happens.
Well, Billy's lab was much more elaborate as a kid. As he grown up, when he grew up,
but we're later to find out this is in the school.
That's the thing, is it's not just that the set is the school set; they're in the school. Like, as far as the story goes, how's that mistake happen?
I don't know.
It's in the past they built their schools like houses, and they're larger on the inside somehow.
Yeah.
Why does Zed need to put his hand over his head when he's?
That's a really good question.
Like he's looking.
Well, he's blocking. Like the sun is right there.
Okay, so the fact that they're doing Itsy Bitsy Spider right now really makes you wonder why they didn't go with that episode title, Eric.
Call it like Down Came the Rain, and then the second part's like Wash the Spider Out or something.
Yeah.
So I'm obviously wrong, but like that Sentai footage looks like it's from like 5 years earlier. Like the way we shot that is how we shot stuff. Like
it looks like 80s footage.
Yeah, it looks like 80s footage to me. Specifically Japanese 80s footage. Like it kind of looks like Kamen Rider Black, where like it was a little bit darker, and I don't know. It doesn't look like, which I guess in Japan would be 1995. It doesn't look like 1995 footage to me.
Eric, they're gonna blow up the command center with a shock ball.
Now they're gonna accidentally play tic-tac-toe.
But the thing they're carrying, the bomb, it looks like a shock ball.
This would have been the perfect episode.
I wonder if I still have that right through that away.
And I think you tossed it. Why did you bring chalk?
They're like Looney Tunes characters at this point.
Yeah, why do they bring anything? I don't know.
Popcorn out of nowhere. They pull chalk.
This is the looming threat that's going to end this miniseries.
The whole series. And also, what is stopping them from just beaming back to the moon and then getting their bearings and then trying again? Like, why are they there that long? And it's also impossible to tell how much time is passing.
Was this the inspiration for fake Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins?
Yes, Eric. This was what they were looking at. Nolan actually happens to be a big Alien Rangers fan. It's the only one he's watched. He thinks it's a miniseries because it's the only one that he's ever watched. So he does this whole Yoda thing where he pretends like he's not the guy that he's looking for.
We can never do that again, right? Like, Yoda kind of ruined that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we used to do it. There's a couple of things you also can't reveal that people are people's fathers. Like, both of those things are traditional, like, storytelling tropes. Like, now it's just Star Wars.
And at this point, a more contemporary issue is you can't have a villain who intends to be captured by the police.
Yes.
You can't do that anymore.
Stop doing it. It's unfortunate.
That one you could wait on for like 10 years and maybe bring back.
Yeah, because it's not like Dark Knight Event.
The bad guy is the father, you're done with that.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
The Yoda reveal, you're kind of is harder.
Because people suspect it now.
The intentionally getting arrested thing. But
did Billy just like flirt with this girl as they were trying to set off this rocket?
I think she did. I think he did, and I think he's forgetting that he's like 15 years in the past or something.
Wait. But doesn't she acknowledge him as Billy?
Yes. Yeah, no, we were very confused about that.
How does that make sense if we're 10 years in the past?
I don't know.
What does she think is happening?
He shouldn't be able to do anything. It should be the problem you had at the end of Source Code, where it's like, where's your driver's license? Where you supposedly live? Like he should be just living at the command center right now.
Yeah, because it's not like his parents are going to know that it's him grown up.
No, but that would be fun. That would be like a Flight of the Navigator kind of scenario.
We talked about it on the last Omnibus.
Oh, awesome! I love that movie.
Did you watch? Do you really? Do not watch our video on Source Code.
Yeah, don't watch the movie again.
I did not like it.
It didn't hold up. I ended up not liking it this time.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember really liking it.
It doesn't hold up great.
Did you see that he had in his hand? Like as if he was ready for us to say
green.
Watch Source Code.
I watched him turn around and grab it.
It's in the green section.
He's real organized, even though nobody else could ever figure out his system.
I have no idea how he remembers what the cover of the spine of everything looks like. It's really impressive.
So I remember this going on
water.
way too long. Yeah.
But like they can't just go take a shower?
I don't get it. And like this is the kind of water they need? Okay. Just right out of the tap? Like if that's the case, why don't they just get in the bathtub?
And like this is like hot water and like
it's got soap and stuff in it.
Who is driving that car with tangas flapping on your?
I don't know. They should be really losing their minds right now.
Like Car Wash of Doom.
Oh, there's these like sentient birds trying to kill everything.
That's something that hasn't been done yet. We should mix a car wash / haunted house around Halloween time.
That doesn't sound like a liability just waiting.
I don't think there is anything that you can put in a haunted car wash that I would not think I got ripped off by the time I drove out of it. No matter what the price is. Like unless maybe like $2.
Like $3.
But you're gonna charge like $10 to $15 for a haunted car wash. And I'm gonna drive through that and it's not gonna be enough for $10 to $15. That's all I'm saying.
At the very least you get your car washed, so.
Oh, and it still functions?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're still getting your car washed,
I don't know what's wrong with me. I was imagining like a person having to walk through the haunted car wash. Like it wasn't even a car. You're just like you're getting sprayed. You got brushes on your face.
I mean, that'd be horrifying.
We just put glowing eyes on everything, so it looks spooky.
There's just bats hanging in like cobweb.
This is probably the best of the quests.
Best of the
even
quest.
more than Sequest?
Because I just mean like the footage we're having to deal with, because the Adam Kid is probably the second best actor of those kids next to the Billy Kid, and his interactions with the Wise Sage guy are fun, and there's nothing super irritating about it. The most entertaining one is probably the cat one because it's weird and bizarre, but that's probably legitimately the best one. See, we're still shooting outside of the house.
Oh yeah,
I don't get it.
Clearly outside.
Just to remind you.
Oh yeah.
And then inside. We're doing our best to match this footage.
And so that's why we made it really dark in here. That's a really good point you're making. I did not notice that before.
Well, I was looking at the footage because I'm like, this really looks like 80s footage. Like in this episode, just I don't know.
Yeah, it's like that's probably supposed to be in like a cave or something.
Well, I think it's probably at the docks because it looked like dock crates, which I only know what those look like because they're in everything. I've never seen a dock crate in real life, but I know what they look like. God, everyone's always in great danger. Nobody's just ever in danger.
And it's always just as Zordon suspected. Zordon has a lot of worst fears. Those cuts are weird. And insight profile every time. Like, move the camera or change your shot enough.
Oh my gosh, it's Frodo.
That face was David Yost saying, I'm not getting paid enough to do this.
He does not look happy. We had one in the outtakes last time too.
And I don't think we're reading too much into that. I think we're seeing some bits where David Yost is really not wanting to be here.
Why is he the only one that?
But he's a consummate professional.
Okay,
like as a kid, you can't tell that, and his acting is still superior to most of the acting. He's still pretty genuine.
So the reason that David Yost is an adult here, maybe this is my theory. I think this is what we talked about.
I don't know if this is a known fact or not, but I've never heard anything.
Okay, so my theory is, or our theory is, I'll say it's mine.
My take credit for everything. It's cool.
My theory
I'm
is
used to it by now.
So they don't have enough. Because the Rangers are going to reset when you get to Zero. There's one too many characters.
Yeah.
And we're taking that away from David Yost. So David Yost can't go back in time with the kids to get the Zeo crystals because they're all going to become Rangers. So we have to do something with Billy for him to not be able to go back in time.
Yeah.
That's why I think he grows up and...
But he didn't have to grow up to do it.
No, I guess not.
There's a lot of different ways you could have done that.
But I wonder if everyone else was on vacation and then they were like, no, you have to be here at set.
Yeah.
Because we know that they were mean to David Yost.
Yeah, because it doesn't completely track with the narrative, like with what we understand was going on with him and the producers at the time. That like he would keep getting paid to be in episodes, but everybody else isn't in the show right now. Like, I wonder if it's something like that, where it's like somehow it's something they're doing to him.
Mm-hmm. Well, like everyone else is like on vacation or something, like a paid vacation, and like, no, we need you here because Billy's going to be in these episodes.
And it can't just be that they felt like they had to have some familiar face to keep the kids watching because they did 2 whole episodes without them. For Power Rangers, this is all kind of creepy looking until you get to this part.
You would think that they would, since there's no white Zeo Ranger, they would grow Tommy up because he's the main one that everyone wants to see. And then
right, but he has to become the red Zeo Ranger.
I know, but he doesn't technically have to go back in time to. It doesn't have to match up perfectly.
But I'm saying I think that's why we did that to Billy, so that Billy can't be a Ranger.
Yeah, the sappy way they're playing this, it seems like you do have to be the one that goes back, which makes it sound like Mortal Kombat.
Test your might.
Yeah.
Choose your destiny.
It's pretty good.
That was really good.
I listened to that song a million times. I did karate demos. That's what we used back in the 90s. Before
and today.
Was invented.
There's got to be like a dubstep version of that song, right? Right?
I feel like I've heard it.
Where like you're listening to it and then the drop hits.
You know, Zed and Rita should really understand the formula of the show they're in and know that, like, yes, they're never going to win, but they really can't right now because there's still like 2 more Rangers that have to get their crystals after this.
Is this a Ferris wheel monster?
No, I think it's got that ring that like I can't think of what the. There's a Japanese figure that has that. Is it Buddha? I want to say it's got like multiple arms. Maybe it's the Hindu one. But I've seen that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
But
yeah.
I've seen that in other Japanese things where it's like a figure and they've got the big ring around them.
This is a crazy monster. But yeah, what you're talking about also sounds like a Mortal Kombat character.
The final thing,
Goro.
The final boss in the first season of Garo is a naked woman, but with that big like circle behind her. That circle has to mean something.
Not to be confused with the Mortal Kombat character I just mentioned.
Goro
and Garo, different things.
Have you ever watched Garo, DJ?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you should watch Garo. It's like Power Rangers, but more adult.
Huh.
I showed Cap an episode. He asked where it was.
Oh, that's what that show was. I shook my head. Oh, I have seen that.
Yeah, it's Garo.
We never talked about it. We meant to bring that up on the omnibus.
Because we only watched one episode. But yeah, no. Garo is a Sentai that, or not Sentai. It's a tokusatsu that they aired at midnight, and so like it's a little bit more violent and there's nudity, and the suit's pretty awesome.
It's really stylized. Special effects are really interesting. They're dodgy, but it's really cool.
It also came out in 2005.
Super cool looking.
And it is what we will be doing for the last week in Morphin Mania.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I would love to do Garo.
It would be, yeah, there's no good way to stream it, though.
No, although...
I don't know how we get it in the rabbit hole.
It is accessible to American audiences. Like, it's on Blu-ray. I have the first half of the season.
Oh, wow.
I hate that it's like $25 for a half of a season, but...
By accessible, he means you can buy it.
Yeah. I mean, you can get it. But 2 years ago, you couldn't even have that. Like, everyone would just have to torrent it.
He doesn't mean everyone and his dog would appreciate it. He means you can buy it.
And Amazon is the only place you can buy it. Made one of those.
I forgot to tell you, I found that Lucky 7. It is on YouTube.
Yeah, you sent me the movie.
No, but that one was in like Dutch. I couldn't find the American one. I did find the American version.
I just watched the beginning of it to look at those kids doing like way better martial arts than I could ever do in my entire life.
Yeah, they're great.
So yeah, am I missing this? Am I just forgetting, Eric, because we're watching over this? Is there any explanation at all? I'm assuming not, as to like why these crystals are connected to like the ancestry of our main characters?
I don't think so.
I do like that he knew, like that he called him Little Frog.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice bit of continuity.
I mean, it's funny because getting the crystal together, he's not going to be a frog for very much longer.
But that makes it seem like the Zeo crystal and the Ninjetti powers are more linked than they actually are, because they're not at all. Because why would the crystal go to that guy if he didn't know?
I guess because of the Morphin grid. too much.
No,
or at all is a problem.
Think of it like a wall outlet. You can plug in your computer and your TV and your lights. It's about you're building something, and the Morphin grid is where it gets its power from. So you're building a ninja thing. You're building a car thing.
Yeah, the problem with thinking about it that way is that they always talk about them like separate power sources. Like the Zeo crystal is this super powerful artifact.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You're thinking about it like a game console or something.
Well, that's kind of how we treat it later, I guess. Because a lot of it doesn't come from like mystical artifacts, but then a lot of the power-ups come from mystical artifacts.
So did Zordon make this a labyrinth just in case this ever happened? Like, are these guys
isn't it a stupid? Can't they place it under and it'll still blow everything?
Yeah, couldn't they put it anywhere?
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because it blows up the entire thing.
It blows up the building.
Yeah.
Why do they have to
They could set it right there and they'd probably get most of it.
That's what we left it on?
Yeah. They didn't know how to end that episode at all.
Oh, there's some sound effects.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I thought that was going to be the whole thing. Just the entire time it was just going to be them blinking.
Do they not blink underwater? Is that what that is?
Well, fish don't blink.
Like, wouldn't it be great?
Blinking is so funny.
If these credits just trolled us for 30 seconds.
Wait. Okay. So that was kind of funny because they had to actually build a giant comb for him to do that. Or like go get one at like a prop store or something.
So this is going to be the Tommy one, right?
I'm surprised it took this long to get the Hydro Hog.
Yeah, I remembered Hydro Hog being here a lot longer, so I guess it's only a couple episodes, and you could stretch that footage out.
At best, he'll be at the end of this one and then in 9 and 10.
Yeah.
I guess it's not a problem.
Yeah, I didn't remember Hydro Hog at all.
No, that's fine, because Hydro Hog sucks.
Yeah,
but,
Hydro Hog does suck.
Yeah.
But this is your favorite episode. So your favorite Power Rangers.
I'm complaining a lot more than I'm praising this. Yeah, it's all nostalgia, folks. But anyway,
I mean, you could say that Power Rangers.
In general,
no one's ever sat down to watch Power Rangers as like an adult and been like, "Oh, I was missing this all my life."
No, that is never in the history of anybody. Probably happened. Probably. I mean,
SAVGM kind of had that.
That's true, but he's already a big fan of monster movies and stuff. Like
he already likes martial arts and Godzilla movies.
Yeah, sure. And he's used to enough goofy kid stuff. Like you have to be initiated by something, and he watched enough other kinds of things like that. It initiated him. But I would make the case that some of the later shows are more accessible by people that didn't grow up with this stuff, but
with the caveat of like a kid show.
Yeah, you have to understand what you're watching, but at least there's more through lines and more character dimension.
There are some character arcs.
Yeah,
that don't begin and end in 20 minutes, and then they're never mentioned again.
Yeah, precisely. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the last episode for today and for tonight's batch,
or not.
Yeah, just don't do it. Do it or don't do it. Everybody get ready to press play. When I say now, here we go. Everybody please press play right now.
I just want to mention Thomas Edchill. When we were talking about Adam and the frog, he just posted a bunch of frog emojis.
Yeah, he sure did.
I didn't mean to bring emojis to the Geek Evolution. I'm sorry.
Oh, we're going to have to talk about it later.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Emoji movie on the next omnibus.
Oh, God. The second one's coming.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, the thing about that movie is it already made all of its money back before it hit theaters because of all of the product placement.
I was going to say, didn't everybody hate that movie?
Yes.
Didn't it bomb?
But it doesn't matter. It had already made more than it needed to.
I understand that, theaters. But it's not going to make a bunch of money even with the merchandising if everybody hated it. What is the point of making another one?
Well, they've got all new emojis to use now. They've got the squirt gun. They've got the raised eyebrow.
But they'll also, if they do it again, it'll be financed and they'll have made money again before the movie's released.
Okay.
Like it's almost sounds illegal.
Yeah.
You have to watch it because
so you're not saying it's because the merchandising sold. You're saying it's because people paid for it.
Yeah, the product placement of the film paid for the film Like, so much so that it was successful before it was released.
I get that, but if it there's another Stuart St. John script. I feel like it's been a little while since we've seen him. But anyway, but I feel like I don't know what we're still talking about this, but I feel like if it bombed that hard, companies would be duped into spending with them again. Like,
you might be right.
I just don't understand how that's financeable at all.
I'm not sure.
They might have money to burn, but I don't know how they're going to make money. Is what I'm saying.
You might be right. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so this is definitely something we just added to Tommy. Like Rocky had the last name that we could go
but the
with.
idea that his ancestry is Native American, I never got that sense.
Yeah, this is.
Is it never brought up before?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. He has a brother
there's
later.
the arrowhead thing with his brother.
That's in Zeo though.
Oh, that's not until later.
Yeah. Because of this.
Yeah, that's added in. Now I will say that I always thought that his brother.
Yes, there's koala bears.
Oh no, we do it with. Are we doing it with both of them? Are we doing?
Yes. So remember, they like run out of time. They didn't stagger it correctly, so we start doing 2.
So this is
2, and the next one's going to be 2.
Okay.
Well, the next one can't be 2 because we've only got 1 left.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid.
There's 2. I thought it was 9 and 10.
Yeah, we should have 2 more after.
There's only 1 ranger left. The Yellow Ranger's the only one left.
Yeah, the Yellow Ranger's the only one left.
Okay. So it's not. It's yeah.
So we're gonna 2 here, and then 1 then, and then we're gonna spend a whole episode watching Rita and Goldor walk around like command center.
I guess Tanya's the most important one because she's the one that stays behind.
Right.
Which doesn't make any
So we gotta do her
sense.
last.
What are her parents thinking? Like,
oh, that's the one where
Yeah.
Tanya just has to. Tanya's the one that's like 2 years in the past. Where like all she has to do is wait, and she will have caught back up to her own timeline.
Yeah.
But she's in Africa.
Well, you mean Aisha, but yeah.
Yes, sorry. I keep saying Tanya. Aisha.
Tanya's the one we're gonna get.
Yeah,
when we go back.
Tanya's the one we're gonna get. I think that's the one that can catch up to her own timeline. I think. I know there's one.
So who does Tanya live with when she comes back and she's in high school? Does Aisha's parents just like
Should just take her in? We're just gonna replace our daughter with this other person.
That's like the ending of Source Code.
But no, that's really weird. I never understood that. And then what's weird is we're talking about all this before it happens. But you know what else was weird about that whole thing? You remember how she comes back as a little girl, and then time goes forward, and then she ages too, even though she wasn't there when she's not from that time period. So why would it age her? Yes. So if you come from the past, you come to the not present, and then we return it to the present, you will age along with everyone else that many years. Why? I don't know.
But also,
Mr. Roboto says Tanya's parents are dead. Yeah, but again, I don't know why. I don't know where she lives inside the present.
Like when she
about.
comes back to the present, how does she enroll in school?
It's still silly every time we go to Vasquez Rock because that's where the command center is. So it always feels like just at the top of this. This is hilarious. These ancient paintings with the Zen staff
and the Tommy face, the
and
Zeo red.
and the Zeo, the Zeo helmet. I'm pretty sure they just erased that right after, you know. Sorry, what?
I would love it if the old man just you can't be the one, you're wearing white.
Yeah. But of course, we already had that problem with Adam last episode because he'll go green.
So is it it's crazy that they made this mistake after the whole Black Ranger and Yellow Ranger thing, that they made the Red Ranger Native American.
Yeah.
I mean, I never thought that was a problem. I don't really care about that, but they seem to after they switched.
Oh, I never thought of that.
No, that's fair.
That's a good, yeah.
Wow, this is weird.
Yeah, it's really strange. And this is the only one we do this with, where we bring in the original actress to play her something grandmother. I think they actually say it in this one, but I can't remember if that's true. Or if they're really vague like they are with the rest of it.
Well, this counts as an ancient ancestor.
Now, to be fair, it's not.
It does count as an. Does it? Does it count as an ancient ancestor?
Yeah, we're counting the actors that play
Okay.
themselves.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Or
not
identical
she's
ancestors.
driving a Jeep.
Sorry.
Yeah,
But
like
it's
how
a-
long ago is this?
No, I think he used the wrong word. He meant identical.
Identical ancestor. Ancient ancestor makes no sense because that's
No.
Yeah. Yes.
No sense.
Okay.
We're only counting them when they're. You would be shocked to know how many of those
So-
there are.
Zed and Rita are talking about getting Hydro Hug. They were talking about that in the previous scene that they were in. And
Yeah.
he's like, yes, when you have pests, you get the Exterminator. But they're gonna call him the guy who does the same thing they do, I guess, which is every week sends down a monster and fails to beat the Power Rangers.
He's never beaten them, so let's go get the guy that's never beaten them. Right now, they'd be in better shape if they called Master Vile back.
You know what? You know what would be really cool in Power Rangers is if they brought in like a Spike, someone who has
Yeah.
beaten a Power Ranger team before.
Oh, that'd be really cool, but then never can again.
Well, Spike kills like 3.
I know, but
Oh, you
once
mean
we
Power
get
Rangers,
now,
they
never can again.
Yeah.
Which is also consistent with Buffy.
Yes. Well, he gets hard.
Well, those Rangers didn't have.
Well, I
the
know, but
shield.
he can't beat her the 50 times he tries
That's
before
true.
he gets
That's
hard.
true.
Just put it on the wall. That's
And I
clearly
think
a
he
structure.
fights Faith too.
No,
some
he's
point-
only in one episode of season 3.
Oh, that's right. It's been a while.
Or is it season 4? No, he's only in one episode of season 4.
Well, no. He's all through 4. That's when he gets the
You're
implant.
right.
in his
So
head.
yeah, season 3 is the one, and it annoys
That's when he
me
gets the chip.
because Oz isn't on the disc. Every character gets a disc. Spike gets a disc on season 3, and Oz
He's only
doesn't.
in one. Yeah, and that's the last season where Oz is in a lot of it.
Because he leaves halfway through 4.
Yeah, we never treat him like a main character, even though he was.
At least not in the
for a while.
merchandising.
Yeah,
I can't even do their symbol. Can you do that? Can you put down your middle finger, but none of the other ones?
no, that hurts my hand, and I don't want to try anymore.
Do it at
I mean,
all. I look like
I can do it kind of.
he has all his fingers straight and just the middle ones like down
That's
all the way.
impressive.
That's why they hired him. He got that job because he could do that.
That was the casting.
What you don't
call.
know is he's completely dislodged his other fingers to do it, and it hurts like hell. And every scene when he does that, right after it, he has to crack him back.
So you said that Leonard Nimoy did the Vulcan thing because it's part of the Jewish faith.
Yes,
Do the Jewish people hate that?
that's a good question.
That now
I don't
this
know.
thing that was part of their faith is associated with a media franchise?
What Nimoy said, I can't remember where I read it. Maybe it was in I Am Not Spock or somewhere. I can't remember. But what Nimoy said about it was that at the time, the people of the Jewish church really liked it.
I stand by Sestro being my favorite. He's had 2 episodes where he's like the one in the spotlight now, so he's clearly the coolest.
Yeah, but he doesn't morph good.
Hey, look, Billy's in actual pain.
We need more Rangers
Like, a
with
thing
swords
that
on
would-
their backs.
A thing that would actually hurt you is hurting him right now, as opposed to just generically, vaguely, I fought for a while, or I was in an explosion, and then
I guess I don't have like a favorite Ranger theme. Like I assume yours is dinosaurs. Like you always like when we do dinosaurs. I don't have one.
I get. You know what though? The only reason I have that is because it was the first one, and that's the one I'm
It
nostalgic
looks
for.
like dinosaurs. Like I feel like if you came in cold, you would have that too.
Well, it's probably the thing that. Yeah, I mean, it's probably the thing that maybe want to watch the show in the first place.
I guess what's the other big recurring thing other than vehicles?
It's dinosaurs, it's ninjas,
and cars.
it's cars.
Are there any other?
But those
recurring
Animals,
ones?
animals is a lot.
Oh yeah, we just do animals.
But those first 3, those are the ones that have the most Sentais. And yeah, we do various animal themes, but I don't think of those like dinosaurs are also animals. Like I don't think of that as a
Well,
motif.
but we'll do like just
Um,
dinosaurs, and then we'll do like
Wild
well, a lot of
animals.
Zords are animals, even though like Ninja Ranger Zords are
yeah,
animals.
they're already animals. That's the thing is I don't think of that as a motif
I mean,
But
we
but
definitely
like-
do that
because it's already
Like
there.
Lost Galaxy helmets and
Lost
Wildcat
Galaxy
helmets.
is animals, but Lost Galaxy is weird because Power Rangers isn't animal themed,
Yeah.
but the
But, like-
Sentai was.
But like Wild Forces and Jungle Fury are, so like yeah, those are kind of I guess it's sort of a motif, but
Yeah, Jungle Fury. Yeah, we do animals a lot. Jungle animals specifically. But
we've done it in the
Galaxy is
farm
cool.
animal season though. I feel like that needs to happen. You know, like a cow Zord.
Lost Galaxy is what?
Lost Galaxy is cool because it's like a condor. It's like not all.
Well, no, like space animals. It's like a space lion, space condor.
Yeah. Wildcat. The wildcat is hideous, by the way.
The space wildcat.
Got hair. It's got like this ratty hair. Looks like cotton candy.
And that's the first season where we get Zords that have organic forms.
And that are actually living things, yeah.
Yeah, because the Zords in Mighty Morphin are in Jew Ranger, but are not in Mighty Morphin.
And the eagle symbolized freedom. This
not a
this actor, this actor I think is really good, and he's one of those guys that doesn't seem to know what he's in. I feel like he would be giving a role.
Yeah.
No, he can be in an Incredible Hulk episode.
Yeah.
And I mentioned Smallville
and
because
wearing the exact same costume.
Because there's an elderly Native American guy in that show with all the Kawachi stuff that he reminds me of, and they're giving really similar performances. And so I don't think he's not doing a Power Rangers performance.
Have you seen that Incredible Hulk episode? There is an episode where he's in like a cave and he's got all these ancient ruins and stuff, and there's like a Native American guy, and there's a first Hulk. It's called like the First or something.
Oh, weird.
And there's another guy who did it like long before him. It's crazy.
How's that even possible?
But I know that there's a two-parter where a guy made like a Frankenstein monster and he had to fight him. I know that's a thing that happens.
Well, there's two. So this one, he just learns about the first Hulk. He doesn't actually meet him. There is one later where there is another Hulk that he meets and fights, and it's like this big 7-foot tall guy.
Yeah, I think that's the Frankenstein thing I'm thinking of.
How in ancient times would you get hit with gamma radiation and turn into the Hulk?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, how would you do it in modern times? How would you go about doing that?
Well, you know how he did it. He had a science experiment and it went wrong, and it's like I don't know how.
Well, that's how you do an H time. If you have a science experiment, it goes wrong. And
okay, but you see what I'm saying? Though, like you wouldn't have access to the technology. Like I don't know how it happens.
Right, but what are gamma rays in that reality? Like, could you like stand too close to like an active volcano? That's like spewing gamma
well,
radiation?
in the first episode, he studies all these reports of when they had high gamma radiation reports.
Oh, in the air, yeah. And I was lifting up
do
the
strong
car.
thing.
Oh, I didn't remember that. Okay,
lifting up the car. That always made my brothers laugh. I want to watch that show again. I have the whole series on DVD.
I can't. It's too episodic for me.
Well, I don't want to watch all of it, but I want to
just the good ones.
Yeah, just like pick around. I really like Alice in Disco Land. It's like a alcohol PSA episode.
I find there are some old shows I can go back to that are episodic. Like I really like the Rockford Files and Columbo. Cannot do.
I can do it with like crime shows and like courtroom dramas.
I guess for some reason those feel less like they're the same thing every time,
even though they are.
It doesn't feel as formulaic.
No, and it's because
there's Hydrog.
And it's because an ongoing story with something like that can sometimes feel a little bit more forced, a little harder to do. Like it's just a guy going to work every day and what happens when he goes to work, right? And so it makes sense that it would be episodic.
Speaking of procedurals, Cap, I might have to watch 24 soon. My wife really wants me to watch it, and I don't want to, but she might make me.
Well, if you do, we should do a video.
Okay.
We should chat about it. I've never reviewed season 5. If you ever watch through season 5, that would be the one I would really want to talk about. But I'll do 1 and 2. I mean, really, 1 through 5 are all good in their own way. 6 is where it falls off the rails.
Okay.
6 is just dull, and then by 7 and 8, it really loses all credibility.
Does she have a cane? Is she supposed to be old?
Yeah, there's 3 of them, and she's elderly.
There's 3.
Does that count as a second identical ancestor?
Yes.
Yeah, different person.
Yeah, no, there's 2 of them. That's really weird.
Oh, thanks.
That was the easiest one to find.
She just had it in her house.
Oh yeah, but keeping that under the stairs.
But yeah, this is hilarious because we didn't do anything to her except like.
Put her hair in a bun.
And she's got and it looks like we like put some makeup on her, but not like old person makeup.
I didn't realize there was 2. I thought the one we saw earlier was that same one, and I was like,
no, that's the second one. The first one drives her to that one.
So everyone in the town just looks like that.
Yeah, but like, are they related? Do they know each other? Like, what is going on?
Is his staff, and we never get like an explanation for like what it is. Like,
Huh.
what that, like they don't actually say that she's an ancestor.
No.
We don't know that they're related.
And importantly, none of these other people seem to be
That staff
related.
is like a cobra head.
Yeah, you would
like
think that's what we would do is use the regular Ranger actors.
You're right. Why don't we do
that's
that?
what I was trying to get at earlier. Yeah. Why do we only do it with Kat? It's really strange. Although I don't want Tommy to play this guy. I don't want Jason David Frank to play this guy.
No, that would be amazing and meme gold. Maybe it's because she's the only actor that's actually has the Australian accent, that actually has the accent, and I don't know.
You like feel the energy.
Is that the dragon dagger in one of those?
It's always the middle one.
Well, yeah, Mr. Roboto, Kat is Australian, but she's in Australia right now.
Yeah, because she said, "Am I home?
Am I home?" Yeah, we've not talked enough about her hilarious acting.
Well, the koala bears were a dead
It's
giveaway.
the best.
and the
Kangaroos.
kangaroos.
This is making me want to go to the zoo. I haven't been to the zoo in a while.
Well, it's not really like zoo weather lately. I guess maybe where you are, it's nicer.
Dude, it was 80. It was like in the 80s last week. The groundhog did not see a shadow.
It doesn't mean anything, right?
If it doesn't mean anything, why are we still doing it?
Dude, I have so many ways I can answer that question. Mr. Roboto says Kangaroozoid. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
that must exist.
There's a kangaroo.
That must be in like Wild Force. That exists. Jack Q is one of the earliest ones. Is legally an adaptation of Captain America.
I like the kangaroo in Tekken. That's fun.
But there must be a kangaroo in like between like Jungle Fury, Wild.
Wait,
Wild
what did you guys said?
I thought you said a superhero season.
I said the marsupial season.
I thought you said a superhero season. I was like, that exists.
No, it's just the kangaroo and the koala. The wombat. I can't think of any more marsupials.
I misheard you.
You're essentially watching a superhero season. I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm maxed out at 3 marsupials. I can't think of any more.
You know,
it's like Ninja Storm. It's just
out of all these episodes, I never noticed that the buttons that Alpha pushes don't actually go down. See, look, they don't do anything. None of them.
Speaking of the 3 thing, you guys have seen 2001: A Space Odyssey, right?
It's been a million years.
Same here.
How has there not been a crossover like on like graphic tee or whatever those free T-shirts? Because in that movie, the spacesuits are red, yellow, and blue. How is there not like a red, yellow, and blue spacesuits with Hal as like Zordon, like a crossover shirt? That seems like something.
That might exist. I feel like everything exists.
Although, as much as people talk about 2001, I feel like the number of people that would actually get that shirt is real small.
I would like it. I really like that movie.
Well, you can make it. You're like a graphic designer or something.
If you don't, if the shirt doesn't have Hal or the monolith,
that's a better ending.
We'll not get it.
Than the last one. That felt like a deliberate ending.
The one with the deliberate ending.
Yeah, it's great.
Are they just?
Was she joking about the fact that they're not actually there?
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
Yes, she was.
That's pretty funny.
Little sassy there. Wow. How is that not a meme?
Those are fun.
I'm going to send that to people on their birthdays.
Because it was an outtake?
Yeah, you probably can't get it without the credits right next to it.
That would be the reason.
I guess you could.
Yeah, but it would be like scrunched up.
Yeah.
You could crop that.
When has quality ever been a problem with GIFs? GIFs look terrible.
Well, there we go. That is it for tonight's viewings of Power Rangers. Thanks so much for watching Morphin Mania. We sure appreciate it. We've just got 2 more episodes of all of Mighty Morphin left. And DJ, it is all really starting to run together in my brain.
We've already finished Mighty Morphin. We're on the miniseries.
Yeah. He's on my side now. He's turned.
I'm just messing with him.
We're almost done with the shows that have Mighty Morphin in the title.
So you can't punch me, so I'm safe.
Of them. Yeah, but by the end of this, I might get on a plane just to do it. And then that could happen. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, we're going to be coming back to you next Wednesday night if you're watching live, and we're going to knock out those two, and then possibly the movie right after. But we will keep everybody informed about what we're doing. Anyway, Eric, glad you were able to be here for these, and DJ, I will see you again next week. And thanks, guys. Hope you had a good time. Bye.